Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. I'm actually pretty excited about this. I think I know exactly what this is. I just don't know who sent it. Was it you, Vanguard, or was it a retailer? I have no idea. I couldn't figure it out from looking at the box. So thank you to whoever sent it. I will link it at at least a couple different retailers down in the description. This is available at the time of this recording, so you should be able to go and get it. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Please make sure that your notifications are turned on so that you get everything for this channel. Vanguard Esox regular DLC M390 black PVD tie thumb stud. Have you seen this knife? I saw it pop up very unceremoniously. These boxes, I swear to God. If the internal container is exactly the same overall space, essentially you have to rip this off to get it out of there. I didn't that time, but that's kind of a nice box there. Pretty nice looking, honestly. Oh, it's that the hinge is back here. Okay. Ooh. Special things. Oh boy, look at that. That looks nice. Okay, so here we go. Thank you for choosing Vanguard Knives. Details about your knife right here. 6048H or Switzerland. Okay, all right. This is a nice box. I do like that. Is there a COA somewhere? I guess not. What do we have here? Oh my, now this does look nice. It looks very, very straightforward. They do make this knife with like a blasted handle and like a stonewash blade. Looks like we got the DLC one here, which is very cool. PVD tie, apparently, and DLC blade. I don't know why they just didn't do the whole thing DLC, but whatever. I don't really care. Yeah, I'm a fan of that. That does look nice. I mean, it's very straightforward. It certainly is reminiscent of a lot of different knives that we have seen over the last 5 decades. But I do like it. I mean, it is that quintessential thumb stud titanium frame lock. For a lot of people, that's going to, in fact, the jimping right here is going to make this absolutely ideal for people. There are so many of my viewers who have said, that exactly, get rid of the flipper tab, and it's perfect. And that's essential. We are looking at kind of Sabenza, kind of Les George VECP, kind of Spartan Harsey, kind of almost non-flipper Hinder Eclipse, kind of right in there, It's a good-looking knife. Wish that we had some type of texture pattern here, but that's okay. Access to the lock bar is spectacular, and the pivot action is also spectacular. I cannot live without installing this pocket clip. So let's go ahead and do that. Look at that! Magic! Wow, gosh! Can't believe myself with my computer skills. How about that? Oh my goodness, I do love that. Now a lot of people say I hate it, and to those people I say that's fine, but this is here with me, so I did this. If you have one, then you can make this clip be here and that one not be there. But this one's here with me, so I like that a lot. I'm going to carry that. That's okay if it kind of wears down. I am, by the way, this is a little side ramble here. I'm a huge fan of companies starting to realize that the typical whatever, rate that you're anodizing this stuff, like how it comes out, like your standard, like blue, orange, purple, primarily blue. Basically, the what I have come to label as the artisan cutlery Timascus. It's kind of nice when we do something else, right? Nothing against artisan cutlery, right? But it's kind of nice when we do something else. So this primarily gold. We have some purples and some blues in there. So I like that. Whatever we're doing to get it to that point, that'd be cool. But yeah, I think this is a really nice looking blade, and it's also got really, really nice action. So, Vanguard, these are going to be manufactured in China. As much as I love the box, I hope that it's not marked up a little bit because of the box. We do have contouring, which is absolutely worth noting. A contoured scale is going to cost more to machine than a flat one, even if it is only slightly. Backspacers tie. And then I don't know if they all come with these pocket clips. If they do, that's significant because that type of pocket clip will run you at least $50 to $60 extra buying it separately. That is titanium Damascus, not lightning anno, and yes, there is a difference. The Damascus is going to cost more, but that's cool that it was in there. I don't know if they intended that, if that's the case with all of them or not. It's kind of hard to say. Let's go ahead real quick and measure this knife. It is definitely a full-size knife. I'm going to say it's at least 8 inches long. Overall, yeah, it's more than that. 8 1/4. Blade length is, wow. We have a 3.75 inch blade and a 3.65 inch cutting edge. Here is your plunge grind. It's kind of, it doesn't thicken out that incredibly quick, but there's not an enormous amount of room. I don't know. People are going to have different opinions about that, so you can think whatever you want. The edge is actually thinner than I would have expected it to be, considering the blade stock thickness is probably 150 thousandths or so. Ergonomically, it is a dream. It is very comfortable. They went with classic, safe knife handle lines, right? That's a copy of that's a copy of technically like 40,000 different knives. Why? Because that's just knife handle, right? It just works. Shirogorov F3 and a bajillion others. If you ever look at the Shirogorov F3, honestly, it's pretty similar to this, right? But that's because folding steak knife. That's not an original, it's not technically an original profile. That's just knife profile, right? So that's what we went with here. Yeah, this is cool. I think a lot of people will just kind of dismiss this as boring, and I think that's perfectly fine because that's, it's subjective, but it certainly does fit that definition kind of baseline. At the same time, I think a lot of people will look at this and say, this is absolutely ideal. This is the kind of thing that I go for. And yeah, I like it. I think it's cool. It's not necessarily doing anything that makes me go, oh my gosh, this is the most unique thing in the whole world. Far from it. But what they set out to do, they did a really, really good job of it. They didn't make any of the mistakes that are, shouldn't be easy to make, like thumb stud placement, detent, pivot action, access to the lock bar, little things like that. The not only the jimping being present, but it being meaningful to engage with and on a slope so that you can actually make use of it, and it complements the index finger position as well. So that's good. Milling for weight reduction, yes there is, and then let's weigh it real quick. Weight on this guy is coming in. That was a weird moment of silence there, wasn't it? It's like everybody's holding their breath. 4.8 ounces. Not bad. For a 3.75 inch blade. Not perfect ratios. Balance right behind the pivot. That's really, really nice. Okay. Yeah, I like this. I'm not sure what the price tag is going to end up being. I feel like I saw it slightly north of 300, but I can't remember. It depends. If it comes with that clip, great. If it doesn't, I don't know. I'm going to carry and use this knife. I'll be back with a full-length review and give you my thoughts on everything. That's going to be it for today, guys. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. If you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.